Hello, Alabama. Some people are betting that Matt Ponatoski could choose Bama or Kentucky. There are other schools involved in the top. Will the guy come to Bama? Let's evaluate the news. And now, once again, Alabama's name is on the lips of the main prospects of the future. Among them, one name is attracting attention: Matt Ponatoski, the quarterback from Archbishop Moeller High School in Cincinnati, who recently narrowed his list of finalist schools to 4, and the Crimson Tide is among them. Alabama's inclusion in this select group is no surprise to those who follow the program. After all, when it comes to developing quarterbacks, few can rival the strength of the Alabama brand. From the days of Nick Saban to the new era under DeBoer, the team has demonstrated a unique ability to transform talents into true stars. And while Ponatoski is still early in his journey, his qualities already make him a coveted prospect. With a 4-star rating, he's the kind of player who can make a difference at any program he chooses. What makes this race even more interesting is the scenario that's unfolding. In addition to Alabama, Arkansas, Oregon, and Kentucky are all in the running to sign him. But let's face it, there's something special about Tuscaloosa that always seems to give the Crimson Tide an extra edge. Maybe it's the winning culture. Maybe it's the support structure that surrounds the players. Or maybe it's simply the weight of history that makes players like Ponatoski dream of wearing that iconic uniform. Whatever the reason, it seems that Alabama is in a prime position in this race. And the numbers seem to back that up. According to On3, Ponatoski has already scheduled an official visit to Tuscaloosa for June 6. That's significant because official visits are crucial opportunities for programs to showcase their value and build personal connections with prospects. During his stay, he will be surrounded by other big names from the 2026 class, such as Jaira Edwards and Xavier Griffin, both 5 stars on their resumes. This atmosphere full of talent and ambition may be just what Ponatoski needs to convince him that Alabama is the ideal place for him to grow as a player and as a person. Of course, the road to get there will not be easy. Oregon, for example, is also in the running and has scheduled an official visit for June 20th. The Ducks have a solid recruiting class for 2026, but they still need to secure a quarterback. Kentucky, another direct competitor, is trying to position itself as a viable alternative within the SEC. However, when you look at the whole picture, it is clear that Alabama has something that other teams cannot match: an unwavering tradition of producing quarterbacks capable of competing at a high level. It is worth remembering that Alabama already has Keelan Russell as a promising option for the future at quarterback. This may make some question the need to add another high-profile prospect like Ponatoski to the roster. However, in college football, you can never have too much depth and quality on your roster. Furthermore, Russell's presence shouldn't be seen as a hindrance, but rather as an opportunity to create healthy competition that benefits the team as a whole. The Crimson Tide currently has 5 confirmed commitments in the 2026 class. While the recruiting cycle has been a bit slower to start compared to some SEC rivals, the summer promises to be a pivotal time for the program. More than 50 prospects are scheduled to visit Tuscaloosa in the coming weeks, and each one represents a chance to further strengthen the team's future. With Kalen DeBoer at the helm, the message is clear: Alabama isn't just looking to maintain its status, it's determined to get better and better, and let's get going. Will it have a matchup with Kentucky? Maybe, but really, maybe not. John Gruden gives advice to Ryan Williams, Isaiah Horton? Let's see how it went. Last Friday, wide receivers Ryan Williams and Isaiah Horton had a meeting that could change the course of their careers: a candid conversation with John Gruden, former NFL coach and 2002 Super Bowl champion. For 33 minutes, Gruden, with his infectious energy and wisdom accumulated over decades in the sport, shared stories and advice that weigh in on what it means to carry the weight of the standard of excellence that defines Alabama. Gruden, known for his intensity and passion for the game, brought up names like Jerry Rice, Tim Brown and Irving Fryer, NFL legends he himself coached. His message to the young Crimson Tide receivers was clear: at Alabama, it's not enough to be good, you have to be exceptional. He described the relentless pace of professional football, where physical and mental toughness are as crucial as talent. When you're running a free route for a deep pass, you have to run back to the huddle. Then you have to get back and block. Then you have to find a safety and then run a chosen route with sudden quickness, Gruden said, painting a vivid picture of what it takes to be an elite receiver. For Williams and Horton, who were hanging on every word, the message was clear: fitness and a relentless mentality are what separate the good from the great. This conversation couldn't have come at a better time. Ryan Williams, already a household name among Alabama fans after an impressive rookie season in 2024, is in the spotlight. He's seen as the next in a line of legendary Crimson Tide receivers like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper and Devonta Smith, who dominated the NFL while maintaining the discipline that Gruden extolled. Isaiah Horton, meanwhile, is a rising star ready to make his mark. Both are aware of the weight they carry when they don an Alabama uniform, where excellence is not only expected but demanded. As Gruden pointed out, the standard puts a target on the back of every player who steps foot in Tuscaloosa, and the pressure only increases with success. Coach Kalen DeBoer, who took over after Nick Saban retired, is shaping an Alabama that combines tradition with innovation. The 2024 season, with its 9-4 record, brought memorable victories, like a 41-34 triumph over Georgia, but also hard lessons, like losses to Vanderbilt and Oklahoma. DeBoer, with his history of success in Washington and an approach focused on building a united team, is using moments like Gruden's visit to reinforce the mindset of his players. The former NFL coach's message demonstrates what DeBoer preaches: Alabama cannot settle for less than the best. And for Williams and Horton, that means turning every practice, every run, every block into an opportunity to get closer to greatness. Gruden also touched on a sore point in college football today: distractions. Without directly mentioning the impact of the NIL or the transfer portal, he warned Williams about the demands that will come with his growing fame. "Hey, Ryan, can you pitch this product?" "Hey, Ryan, come do an interview," he said, mimicking the voices that will try to distract the young receiver. But as an example, he brought up Jerry Rice again, a legend who, even at 39, would arrive at training camp in impeccable shape, a pound lighter, and destroy anyone who tried to keep up with him. Guys would come to practice with him and never come back because he would run over them, Gruden said, drawing laughter but also reflective silence from the players. Alabama history is littered with receivers who embodied that mentality. From Pro Football Hall of Famers Don Hutson and Ozzie Newsome to recent stars who have gone on to shine in the NFL, the program has a history of producing players who not only win, but redefine what it means to be a receiver. Gruden's sharing of his experiences connected the past with the present, showing Williams and Horton that they are on a path already trodden by greats. But, as he emphasized, that path requires sacrifice. At the end of the fourth quarter, in 2-minute drills, guys don't get eliminated on the sideline, he said, emphasizing that toughness is what makes for exceptional passing offenses. As Alabama prepares for the 2025 season, with an opening matchup against Florida State on August 29, the impact of moments like these cannot be understated. DeBoer is building a team that wants to not just win, but dominate. Let's keep going. Bama offer for new WR 2026? Let's see. Now, another name enters the scene on the radar of the Tuscaloosa team: Owen Cabell, wide receiver from Christ Presbyterian Academy, who recently received an official offer from the program led by Coach Kalen DeBoer. With this strategic move, Alabama reaffirms its position as one of the top destinations for the best prospects in the country. Cabell, rated as a 3-star prospect by the 247 Sports Composite and listed as the 28th best player in Tennessee in the 2026 class, has been attracting attention not only for his football skills, but also for his impressive performance on the track. This multifaceted profile, pure speed combined with talent and receptions, makes him exactly the type of player that Alabama loves to develop. It is no wonder that the Crimson Tide is willing to enter the competition for his signature. Alabama's offer seems to have been well received by Cabell, who had previously hinted that something was in the works between him and the program. In an interview with the Tennessean during the TSSAA state track and field meet, he said, "I'm having a little bit of trouble with Bama right now. So, we'll see how that plays out." The statement suggests that the possibility of wearing a Crimson Tide uniform is already on his mind, even with other major offers on the table. And the competition is not in short supply. In addition to Alabama, Cabell has accumulated offers from traditional programs such as Tennessee, Georgia, Arkansas, Vanderbilt and Wisconsin, among 14 other teams. This shows how highly he is valued in the recruiting circuit. However, when Alabama enters the fray, it is hard to go unnoticed. The program's reputation for producing high-level players, especially on offense, is a differentiator that is hard to ignore. He put up impressive numbers in his final season at Christ Presbyterian Academy. He had 43 receptions, 973 receiving yards and 13 touchdowns, directly contributing to the team's 2024 Division IIA state title. These numbers reflect not only his technical ability, but also his versatility on the field, characteristics that make him a valuable target for any program. But what really sets Cabell apart is his quickness off the field. In May, he proved to be a complete athlete by finishing third in the Division IIA 100-meter dash state finals with a time of 10.93 seconds and sixth in the 200-meter dash with a time of 22.55 seconds. This combination of explosive speed and receiving ability is exactly what Alabama is looking for to continue building a dynamic and unpredictable offense. As for official visits, Cabell already has a busy schedule. His first stop will be at Vanderbilt, followed by visits to Wisconsin, June 6, Indiana, June 12, and Duke, June 21. While Alabama has yet to set a date for the player's arrival, the official offer certainly increases the chances of a visit being scheduled soon. And as we know, official visits are crucial moments in any prospect's decision-making process. Kalen DeBoer and his staff have worked tirelessly to ensure that Alabama continues to attract top talent, even in a landscape where competition is fiercer than ever. With 5 commitments already confirmed in the 2026 class, the program is building a solid foundation for the future. However, adding a player like Owen Cabell to the roster would be a masterstroke, especially considering the depth he would bring to the wide receiver group. In addition, the timing of this offer is also strategic. Cabell has stated that he intends to make a decision before the start of the TSSAA football season, which means Alabama has a clear window to impress him. If the program can create a genuine connection with the player during that time, the chances of convincing him to commit to Tuscaloosa increase considerably. It remains to be seen whether the guy really wants to be in Tuscaloosa. He will be very welcome. What do you think? Comment.